Welcome to The Take, hosted by the Cowboy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Take. This is your host, the Cowboy, and thank you so much for tuning in, whether it's via iTunes or however you found me. I really do appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsCowboy, or follow the show on Twitter at The Take Pod, at The Take Pod, P-O-D. And if you have any comments, you can send them to thetakepod@gmail.com. You know, here lately I've been hitting on some pretty deep topics: sexism, obesity, entitlement. But for this episode, I thought I would lighten it up just a little bit. And I'm going to talk about some of the trends from the past, and one trend that's rather troubling that's happening right now. And it might be happening to one of your kids. So let's start on some of the trends that I grew up with, that when you look back on them, you think, what in the crap are we doing? I mean, that was just stupid. Now, I went to high school in the early 90s, and when it comes to jeans, what was the big thing with jeans back in the day? Tight rolls. That's right. You got to get those jeans. You got to tight roll them. Don't you be coming in there with loose pants. I could still do my tight rolls today if I wanted to. But no, I don't think so. What about some shoulder pads in the shirts? I mean, who in the right mind, let's just think about that for a minute. Who in the right mind would buy a shirt with shoulder pads in it? Especially if you're a dude. I mean, what are you doing? After school, you going to go catch a game of football? Shoulder pads and shirts. Also had them in jackets. To some extent, they still have them in jackets, but not like it was back then. I mean, you had Ray Lewis as a classmate, and it wasn't Ray Lewis. Filled a whole freaking football team with some of the shirts back then. Team building exercises. Listen, I get it. I know you want me to work well with Timmy and Tina and Susie. I get that. But we don't need to sit. We don't need to stand in the front, do stretches, do exercises while we're singing the company's stupid jingle. Once again, these are trends from the past that I'm so glad that are gone. Some of these I'm guilty of, and I'll let you know which ones those are. I mentioned tight roll jeans. Yep, I'm guilty. Still can do it. Have it, but I could. Don't be jealous. Here's one that I never got. Actual penny loafers. Now, penny loafers are just shoes. You know, nice looking shoes. But you had those people who put the actual penny inside the loafer. So when they walk around, you can see the penny. Thank goodness that trend's gone. Oh, and I know you know this one. This one was popular in the 80s, but it came back for a little bit too in the not the 90s, in the 2000s. Even a rap group made a song about it. Pop that collar. That's right, pop collars. I think most famous for, I think the sect that made it famous again was, you know, the frat boy. It was big in college, and the younger crowd had to pop that collar. 3-6 Mafia. If you're interested, you can check that out. I'd say you're probably not, though. And this is a trend that's still going on today that I don't get, I don't participate in. And if you have a girlfriend or a wife, maybe you've done it. And I get it if you've done it. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet. Sometimes you got to make your wife or girlfriend happy. But the trend I'm talking about is matching with your partner. Oh, my God. Matching with your partner. So I'll just wear the plain T-shirt. I'll just wear my tank top. And it doesn't have to be a family trip where you match, you know. Maybe your girlfriend or your wife, they want you to wear the same color. Hey, I'm guilty. I want everyone to be happy, so every now and then I'll say, okay, fine, we'll all wear turquoise, or we'll all wear pink. For pictures it's okay. But you have those couples, and you know them. You have those couples. Oh, how annoying are they? Where they wear the same, both the guy and the girl are wearing plaid, or they just got to match somehow. That was back in the day, and it's still happening today, but another trend that I'm glad is not as prevalent, but it's still around. Oh, and all you fellas out there, late 80s, Zubaz pants, looked like zebras, all kinds of funky designs. A lot of the weightlifters and bodybuilders wore them. Had a little Velcro, 2 Velcros in the front. A lot of football players wore them. Zubaz. Once again, trends from the past that are no longer with us. And this trend is from about, I would say about 10 years ago. It was really, really big for about a year. A particular kind of shirt. Can you guess? A particular designer. His name was on the front of the shirt or on the back of the shirt. Huge, 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 and his name's still around. You might see him in a box store. Not necessarily the shirt, but other accessories, other items. Ed Hardy shirts. Ed Hardy t-shirts. They were all over the place. Expensive, too. Do you remember how much these shirts were? $60-$70, is that right? For a t-shirt? Ed Hardy shirts, R.I.P. And what about jeans? I mentioned tight rolling jeans. What about a particular brand of jeans? Junkos. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I don't remember. JNCOs. The wide leg jeans, where it looked like you were wearing jeans for someone 300 pounds bigger than you are. The waist fit, but the legs Legs look like you could fit 5 people in there. Probably not the smartest trend or fad that I personally went through. I didn't have any of those jeans, but I was in that era. And here's another trend that a couple years ago that just really astonished me. I was like, why are we so dumb as humans? Why do we see something and then we have to follow? We have to do that because we think it's so cool. And not necessarily that we think it's so cool, just because everybody else is doing it. The number one trend here of late that really, it made me mad. I don't know why it made me mad. It's just a trend. I don't have to do it. But planking. People planking on the floor, people planking on the bed, on cabinets, on park benches, on each other. And just help me figure this out. We're going to lay on something, just straight, like a board, like a plank, take a picture, and it's the coolest thing ever. When did this start? What are we doing? Has the human race failed that far? Planking. So those are just some of the fads and the trends that we had in the past. Now some of the trends we have today. Oh, for crying out loud. 2 that just come to my mind right now. Keep calm posters, or keep calm shirts. How many times have you seen that on Facebook or on Twitter? Keep calm and carry on. Keep calm and keep gatoring, or keep calm and keep four-wheeling. Keep calm and smoke some more. Keep calm posters. They need to go away. They're slowly fading out, but it can't come fast enough. And one other fad that we see more of today is, it's not really seeing, it's more hearing everybody talk about freaking bacon. Listen, I get it. Bacon's good. But does bacon need its own show? Every other post on Facebook is, man, I sure do love bacon. Oh, what about bacon, boy? Bacon's good. It's not worth all the hype, people. And you have people saying, well, I could eat bacon all day long. That's BS. No, you can't. And you wouldn't. How about throwing a burger in there, some fries, or a hot dog? You're not going to eat bacon all day long, bro. So all the talk about bacon, that's kind of annoying. Once again, I love bacon. I'll eat it. But all the talk about it being the best food ever, it's a little ridiculous. And maybe I'll do another episode on today's trends, like the keep calm posters, like all the talk about bacon. And what about mom jeans coming back a little bit, mom shorts? Do they care what men think? Because I tell you what, women, men think mom jeans and mom shorts look ridiculous. Now, sure, there are the benefits of the single guys. They'll tell you. Yeah, sure, the mom jeans, they come up a little bit higher. They buckle around the bottom of your breast. Sure, that looks weird, but guess what? The rest of the shorts coming up too. So, see? So the single guys like that part of it, but it looks ridiculous. Women, don't wear mom jeans, mom shorts, unless you're a supermodel. Then I get it. Then I understand. You can do what you want. You're rich and you're pretty. But for all the average folk out there, stop wearing mom jeans and mom shorts. Just a little advice from someone in the know. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why I bring all this up, and thank you for listening to The Take, your host, The Cowboy. Why is he bringing up trends from the past and a few trends from today's world? Well, the last week or so, you're seeing these stories about the Kylie Jenner challenge. I think most of you know, but Kylie Jenner, part of the Kardashian crew, 17-year-old young lady, pretty young lady, but she's known for her lips these days. And if you look at past pictures, it's obvious that these lips are not natural. She says they are, but just go back and look at Kylie Jenner. So there's this Kylie Jenner challenge where young girls, are taking a cup or a bottle and putting it around their mouth and sucking. So after a while, that causes the lips to swell, and they have the Kylie Jenner look, which this can be very harmful. Doctors have said it can cause permanent damage. Because, listen, there's a reason why your body parts swell. It's because there's been trauma to that body part. Oh, don't tell these girls, though. They want to look like old Kylie. They want to be on a reality show. They want to be dating Big Sean or Tiger, whoever she's dating. Want to be like the Kardashians, like Kim, marry a rapper. But to Kylie Jenner's credit, she did tweet out that, I'm not here to try and encourage people, young girls, to look like me or to think that this is the way they should look. I want to encourage people, young girls like me, to be yourself and not be afraid to experiment with your look. So I do credit her for saying that, because this has become a big thing. It's like a trend on Twitter, hashtag Kylie Jenner challenge. All these young girls trying to make their lips look like her. I mean, is this bad parenting, or is this just the way it is these days? Do we as parents have to pay closer attention to what our kids are doing on social media, on whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram? Is it now to the point where we have to get on Twitter and search what popular hashtags are out there just to see if our little kid, just to see if our teenage daughter's on there? Is this what we have to do now? I'm not blaming Kylie Jenner. She's not responsible for this. We just have some idiots out there as parents and some idiots as young adults. This society has become the followers. You have some leaders who don't know they're leaders, and we want to follow. We want to be like them. We want to be part of the latest trend, some of those trends that I mentioned. And this will be one of those trends where 10 years from now, we'll look back and go, what in the hell were we doing? Or what were some of these girls doing? Do I blame it all on them? No, I don't blame it on them. I blame it on media, on society. The Entertainment Tonights of the world, where 90% of their coverage is about the Kardashians, is about Kylie Jenner or Justin Bieber and him throwing eggs at houses and peeing in mop buckets. It's things of that nature. That's what they cover. And you know what? They do it for a reason, because it gets ratings. It's because you have our young adults watching this, wanting to be like the Kardashians, wanting to be like Kylie and Justin. That's just the way it is. So as a society, we got to do better. As parents, we got to do better. Well, anyway, credit to Kylie Jenner for tweeting that out and trying to squash this whole thing, even though it's not going to work. It's going to go on for a little bit more. The Kylie Jenner challenge, trying to get all these girls just trying to get bigger, fuller lips. And some of these are young girls too, man. We're not even talking about 20-year-olds. We're talking about, 14 and 15-year-olds that can do permanent damage. That's why they swell, folks. When you break your arm and it swells, it's because of the trauma. It's nothing different. Just because your lips don't break, there's nothing different to it. So there you go. Another episode of The Take. I wanted to talk a little bit about those past trends. I was looking over them. I thought it was rather funny. But I think in the next episode, I'll take a look at some of the trends of today that need to go. That 10, 15 years from now, we'll be looking back and thinking, what in the world were we doing in 2015? How stupid were we? And what's this family, the Kardashians? So why did we watch that? Hell if I know. So I'll talk about that in the next episode, trends of today that need to go. Make sure you follow me on Twitter @SportsCowboy, or follow the show, The Take, @TheTakePod, The Take Pod, P-O-D. And thank you so much. You can send me an email with any comments you might have, thetakepod@gmail.com, thetakepod@gmail.com. And check out the show anytime as I keep coming back with more episodes. Thank you so much for listening. This is The Take. This is your host, The Cowboy, and I'll be back soon. And we want to talk about trends of today that need to go. Thank you so much for listening. We'll talk to you in the future.
This has been The Take. Follow Cowboy on Twitter @SportsCowboy. And stay tuned for more episodes.